He brought sandwich.
Yes, whoever has it.
Don't even think about pushing it now.
Alright. Have fun.
Alright. Same everything, didn't we? Alright. And you passed out.
What?
Yeah. I ain't come back down there.
You got a sandwich?
There we go. Get a picture of that bus. Peace, brother. I can't see where I'm going. Let's go check this place out. This is why I got here. Huh? I don't know what they got. Ice cold one. Yeah. I need one. Nice cold one. And a something else. A burger. Nice cold one, burger and something else. Bear burger. I can't. I'm going out this way.
I-24 on the side of Michigan.
Fuller of Chattanooga, Tennessee in 1954. The portraits of the Fullers hang inside the room above the door. Born in Elkhart, Indiana, Mr. Fuller began to collect weapons at an early age. Although a civil engineer by profession, he knew what a sad and interesting father. Prior to his death in 1956, he had written 6 books on the military shoulder arms of the United States.
I'm trying to find pistols. Hey, there you go.
Come down here and look at this.
You crazy. God! Nice shot rifle.
Check this one out.
I like that one. It's pretty slick.
This is the one I'd hate to have somebody stab me with.
Oh! That's like a trial. God. Trial. It says trial. Just like a trial. The slick gun. 713 Colt revolving rifle, short model.
That gun looks like a pistol.
474
Colt revolving rifle, long model.
The weapons on this car are primarily tools for defense and for use
I got that one right there.
The shell side is about the claw case,
so
so
the nation
Remington.
will grow and expand into what is now
Lee model. 1882. You think Miss Murphy would like that junk?
Check this out, man.
$100 cash. And this is your Zoom.
And the little red lights in?
Yes, it is.
Oh, neat. Oh, I know how this part works.
It's recording right now.
Oh, neat. Alright. It's just like Wildcat Show, y'all. Barry.
Turn it off when you're not. Just press it again.
Oh, I'm walking around. Oh, I know. Do what?
You're putting garbage on there.
I'm not putting garbage on here.
Or when you're walking around with it like this.
I know, I'm trying to... How do you focus it?
It's automatic focus.
Okay. So just asking, golly, Barry. Excuse me.
She's taking a picture.
Hi.
Up here. It's up beside done. Here's done. Altamont. It's McMinnville. Manchester. There it is. McMinnville. Way up there. Look, this is what happened. There's their drum roll. Come on, this way. He's gonna jump. The one over by Huntington.
I'm Larry.
Atlas Susan.
No, they're meant to
The
have a
index.
monument.
Okay, so the index is for all. This is a good deal. What if it's dodging the pictures up in the wall? No, you don't take it out. Get them from back here.
That man over there got shot in the head.
Go ahead and get the filter started up.
Get a picture of me!
Look out below! Barry! Right on your head! Ha! 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 Barry!
Fine.
Someone's calling you.
Good.
What? So made off everything's up here. Look, there's my house. Man, it's supposed to be able to see all I can see.
Jimmy's up there!
Hey, everybody! Don't take it for granted! Don't take it for granted! Take it for stone!
You can. Climb off the side.
Yeah, this is Brian. Check this out.
Come back down here and change your shoes.
This thing's gonna fall off.
When you come out, we can order.
Now he's the walking surface.
$130.50. $130 and 2 quarters.
Oh, look at that. Look at this, look at this. It's a waterfall.
Obviously. At Lost Sea.
Lost Sea's awesome.
Okay. Now, you don't need us for these.
New York.
You do need them for these dolls. Okay, I have to go get one of my dolls to the
Hey Steve, what's up, Barry? What's up, man? Hey, Barry.
Hey.
Come on. Take this junk in. Sounds awesome. Can you hear that water? Sounds
Yeah, but they
Hey man, you having a load, ain't you? I know. Barry! Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't rest. I wish I could have brought a wagon.
Now this is the part I like.
This is the old shut up view. Shut up still.
Y'all be still.
Look at my flash light. Go, he's a great pursuit. Go!
Look, it's
The biggest one here ever seen in my life. Behind us.
I think we're going to keep it. I personally think we need to keep it.
I think I'm going to go.
What? Too bad I didn't wait until you passed it. This is the one that has some clear fish in it. I'm sorry.
Check that out. What's up, Barry? Oh, this is neat.
Barry, you having fun?
Don't you wish we'd climb up?
Beast.
This is the worst it's ever been.
These are like...
They have 13 years. First time it was bad.
Hey, Barry.
Josh, look. Pillow. They call it Bobby Dick.
That's a shower.
Pillow. You believe that? That's a good fish story for you. Look at that. Look at that. Don't take it for granted.
I can't, it's limestone.
That's neat right there.
Hey, don't be spitting in the water. That's what we drink. This is what we drink. Look how wet it is. Sure.
They've got it stuck, but they just go back.
The raging river.
Okay, everybody listen up. Guys, give me your attention, please. Okay, behind me here is what we call the moonshine still. How many of you know what a moonshine still is? I don't have to do too much explaining. Moonshine still, what they used to make PGA, White Lightning, whatever you want to call it. Bootleg whiskey. This particular moonshine still was not found in this part of the cave. It was put in here in 1956 when we first opened up the cave commercially. And it was done only to show people that caves were a common place to hide the moonshine stills from people like revenuers. Now, like I said, this one wasn't found inside the cave. However, it was confiscated in this area back during the early 30s. And we did get this from the local sheriff, who was nice enough to give it to us on one condition: it wasn't going to be used or demonstrated. And there was a hole cut in the back of that metal drum to make sure it couldn't be used. Okay. And as far as the process goes in making it, I'm not real sure on that. I'm sure one of these people around here could be able to tell you. I couldn't know. Any questions?
Who did that? Fish.
How many of you want to see a bat? You want to see a bat?
I do.
Yeah.
Itty bitty bat. Can we eat it?
Voila.
Wow, that's neat. Where is it?
It's a little bit fat like that.
It's a little bitty thing, ain't it?
This is the Bat Cave.
Batman with a slinky dick.
Shoot her.
Let him come out.
Right up in there.
Oh, I've seen it, man.
I saw him last year.
Throw a rocket.
Throw a rock at him.
No.
We're waking him up. Oh, no. Can I come down and bite him?
Hey guys, look back over here. Touch these logs, okay? They're real old. Who knows what saltpeter is? Quite a few of you. Who knows what a saltpeter cave is? And what makes a saltpeter cave? This particular room, which you are in now, is a saltpeter cave, or was. And what makes it a saltpeter cave is when it has saltpeter in it, I guess you could say. And this cave right here, this front room, was mined for saltpeter back as far as the War of 1812. Okay. Now the use of saltpeter was as an ingredient to make gunpowder. What you put? It's about 3 feet in depth around the edge. It's about 5 foot, 4.5 foot. These point right out the center. You drop it over down the middle. Example how this is.
5 foot.
Okay, now this pool of water is not actually blue, one here. It is pure, because there's 100 degrees in it, but it's not actually blue. What you're seeing is reflecting light off the bottom. Now, any other conditions when you have ingredients in water, it would not be blue like that because the light would be condensed out as it comes to the bottom. But since we're going to be here to extract the light, we're better to hear blue. The only thing living in this pool are crayfish. We don't have any fish, nor we found any skeletons or fossils indicating we're fishing the pool. And the crayfish are little tiny things, like 1.5 inches long, and they are solid white, okay, and they are blind because there's no sunlight in them. You see one, you're lucky. Look, it kind of resembles the whale monkey next to the imagination. Up front is mouth, there's an eyeball down the bottom, up top the front, and there's the back fin going through.
That don't look like a whale.
You're on the wrong side.
It's also a flow stone. It means it's formed by flowing water over the years. Now, but this particular formation is too big to be formed by just dripping water, so it probably had to be a waterfall there at one time. Eventually clogging itself up as the formation got too big.
They gum is plastic rail. Oh, really?
No, we're not quite. Look at that one.
I know, it's not quite up.
It's neat. Yeah.
This right here was the ceiling all the way across.
This is King's Tower,
This looks kind of like
or King's Mountain, or something like that.
Don't do that. You just destroy the environment. Barry, when we go watch the movie?
Oh, I'm not sure. Later.
This is how the cake formed like this. How do you touch you all? I thought your foot was too fat.
Y'all, if you touch me, that's all good.
Go. Are you recording all sound right now? Oh, great. And so he reached his foot down and felt the bottom. So he...
From the other end, over to where you started, 150 foot wide at the widest point, and 140 feet tall. From the ceiling all the way down to the bottom where you started climbing steps. Okay? With these dimensions, it also makes it the largest room, or cave room in Eastern America. Okay, now right now you're about 159 feet below the surface of the mountain, and you're about 13 stories above the original cave floor. Okay? Very tall. What you're standing on is a huge rock pile, what we call breakdown. This is all rock that fell from the ceiling. Okay? And what happened was all the water carved out the cave, and all the water dried up, and then probably because of an earthquake, a few layers, about 5 or 6, each layer equaling about 10 to 15 foot thick, all fell. And at one time, I do believe. Okay, now you're standing on top of this rock pile. Now, normally, if this did not fall, you would have walked a straight path from the balcony all the way to the other side of this room. But ever since this rock fell, so you have to climb over the huge rock pile. And the estimated size is you can fit a football stadium in here to take every bit of this rock out. Please leave the light switches alone, okay? Okay?
Here we are standing with the broken pillar.
So is Jamie.
I keep on saying back.
It's not a handrail.
Stalagmites.
Look at this. This is not a handrail. Don't touch it.
Calcite. Calcite.
That's back canoe.
Those are curtains. Those are curtains right there.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Drapes. That's what they call them. Drapes. Sorry.
Drapes.
Drapes.
Hold all pictures, do not talk, and suddenly don't turn the flashlights on. If you think you're going to have to turn it on during the show, please put your feet or something like that, or sit on or something. Just don't turn your flashlight on, okay? Some of us in this show before, and you're bored with it. Some of you haven't, so don't ruin it for the others that haven't. Okay, answer all your questions, and also I'll turn on any individual lights or series of lights that you want to see, take a picture of at the end. However, I do not mind if you video camera or film it.
The room in which you are now seated is approximately 1/2 mile from the entrance and nearly 300 feet beneath the surface of the mountain. You have just crossed the Hall of the Mountain King, the largest room in the cave. More than 600 feet from end to end, 150 feet in width, and 140 feet in height. The largest cave room in Eastern America. Many thousands of years ago, these chambers and corridors were carved by the erosional process of subterranean water. In a place such as this, one easily ponders the vastness of creation and is humbled by the realization that alongside the grandeur of the universe, man is a small and insignificant speck. It is appropriate that we pause here in this subterranean cathedral and reflect upon the wisdom and omnipotence of our divine Creator. Cumberland Caverns is proud to present the following pageantry in light and sound, God of the Mountain.
It is our hope that you will be inspired by these few moments of drama, and that you will go away with the remembrance of something special found here, in addition to the usual cave tour. The first portion of the pageant will be in complete darkness. Please do not speak during the presentation. Thank you.
And God stepped out on space, and he looked around and he said, I'm lonely. I'll make me a world. And as far as the eye of God could see, darkness covered everything. Blacker than 100 midnights down in a cypress swamp. And God smiled, and the light broke. The darkness rolled up on one side, and the light stood shining on the other. And God said, that's good. And God reached out and took the light in his hands, and God rolled the light around in his hand until he made the sun. And he set that sun ablazing in the heavens. And the light that was left from making the sun, God gathered it up in a shining ball and flung it against the darkness, spangling the night with the moon and the stars. And down between the darkness and the light, God hurled the world. And God said, that's good. Then God himself stepped down. The sun was on his right hand. The moon was on his left. The stars were clustered above his head, and the earth was under his feet. And God walked, and where he trod, his footprints hollowed the valleys out, and bulged the mountains out. And God stopped and looked, and saw that the earth was hot and barren. So God stepped over to the edge of the world and spat out the 7 seas. He bent his eyes, and the lightning flashed. He clapped his hands, and the thunders rolled. And the waters above the earth came down. The cooling waters came down. Then the green grass sprouted and the little red flowers blossomed. The pine tree pointed his finger to the sky, and the oak spread out his arms. The lakes cuddled down in the hollows of the ground, and the rivers ran down to the sea. And God smiled again, and the rainbow appeared, and curled itself around his shoulders. Then God raised his arm, and he waved his hand over the sea and over the land. And he said, bring forth, bring forth. And quicker than God could drop his hand, fishes and fowls and beasts and birds swam the rivers and seas, roamed the forests and woods, and split the air with their wings. And God said, that's good. Then God walked around, and God looked around at all that he had made. He looked at his sun, he looked at his moon, he looked at his little stars. He looked on his world with all its living things. And God said, I'm lonely still. Then God sat down on the side of a hill where he could think. By a deep white river he sat down. With his head in his hands, God thought and thought, till he thought, I'll make me a man. Up from the bed of the river, God scooped the clay, and by the bank of the river he kneeled him down. And there the great broad Almighty who lit the sun and fixed it in the sky, who flung the stars to the farmost corner of the night, who rounded the earth in the middle of his hand, this great God, like a mammy bending over her baby, kneeled down in the dust, toiling over a lump of clay, till he shaped it in his own image. Then into it he blew the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Yes, he's taken my kingdom, my reign, and he's placed upon the right side of my Father.
and blessed above all earth's creatures, man's entrance into the universe brought not the kinship and glory that God had yearned for. For within the breast of man there burned ambition to be as wise as God. And history records that from the sin of Adam, each generation produced a more abundant crop of wickedness and injustice. And man turned his face from his God, able to wave his hand and blot out man and his selfish, petty ways. God chose rather to provide a way through which man might overcome his own littleness and find himself pardoned in God's sight. And God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And that though man rejected God's gift and crucified his Son, the way of salvation was established, and the mountains trembled, and the earth quaked at the name of Jesus. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where his voice is not heard. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven, saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither any more pain, for the former things are passed away. The beginning and the end.
Sit down there high.
I said, I'm
That's what you call a moon print.
A what?
It's a moon print.
Yeah. Two.
Well, it's
Is there a lot of room? Everybody call it bags.
Yeah, there you go, Mom.
Super glue around this
I tell you what, I think the commercial tour is more strenuous physically than the wild.
All the steps are.
It felt better than the other way.
You felt better. What, this way?
Hey! Hey!
Leave everybody so wait a minute. Pack of chips.